So it is Bible fairy tale time with the story of when Moses parted the Red Sea. So once upon a time, after the Pharaoh of Egypt had finally agreed to God's demands for him to free the Israelites from slavery and let Moses lead them out of Egypt, which was quite a feat considering there's absolutely no evidence that there were ever any Israelite slaves in ancient Egypt, God suddenly decided to change his mind and made the Pharaoh want to recapture the Israelites. Because if there's one thing that God hates, it's a happy ending without slavery. Because if people start to refuse to have slaves, then they might also start to refuse to be slaves to a homicidal God. But when the Pharaoh and his army caught up with Moses and the Israelites at the Red Sea, God got Moses to stretch out his hand and part the Red Sea, so that he and the Israelites could walk through the middle of it on dry ground. And in doing so, caused an ecological disaster, completely destroying the delicate balance of aquatic life where the waters parted, and causing major shoreline erosion in both directions. Now, when the Egyptians saw the Israelites crossing the Red Sea like this, they applauded. Because even though they wanted to recapture the Israelites, that didn't stop them from appreciating a nice bit of magic. Now, once the Israelites had safely gotten to the other side, the Egyptians began to cross the Red Sea. But when they were halfway across, to punish them for wanting to recapture the Israelites, even though God had been the one who had made them want to do this in the first place, God got Moses to bring back the waters covering the Egyptians, drowning them all. Because God was sick to death of all of the bad press about his affinity for mass murder, so, like a true coward, had decided that from now on, he was going to get other people, like Moses, to do his dirty work for him. Now, once Moses had done this, and all of the Egyptians were dead, and Moses and the Israelites began to see the drowned Egyptians washing up on the shore, they all agreed that God had done great work that day in getting Moses to kill the Egyptians, proving that Moses and the Israelites most definitely were true believers who, unfortunately, got all of their morals from God.
I'm just the son of a carpenter, and I don't want anything from ya, except for your eternal love.